Mariners take game two. There's things to discuss. Let's talk about them. Folks, welcome to the Baseball Brewhaha. We are not a reaction show. We don't provide our regular commentary on the Mariners, but they just split at home in the division series against the Detroit Tigers, and we're headed back to Detroit, tied 1-1. Certainly not over. Solid Detroit team. Anything could happen here. Anything could happen. Do you have any immediate reflections? You had a nice quote from one of your family members that we can dive into, or maybe you got something else that's sitting in your craw.
What's top of mind in my craw,
Mm-hmm.
okay, is the time slot for games 3, 4, and 5.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a
Middle
craw.
of the
That's
day.
a B in my crawnet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Midday on a weekday. Come on, folks.
Yeah.
What are we doing to the Mariner fans?
Yeah. And the thing is too, is that at least what would it be? The Wednesday? I was trying to look at the thing is do either of them have really the National League on the same days? So no. So you got Tuesday, just American League only. I guess you got Wednesday, you've got a whole slate. So maybe that's a thing, but certainly not Tuesday or Friday. And you're going, it's tough. It's no
Yeah.
good. But hey, on the road. Anyway, so I'm with you there. Um, Reflections on the first couple games, because we had heartbreaking game one.
Yeah.
We were
Near heartbreaking
heartbreaking
game.
game two. Yeah.
They were
So
looking very similar. Okay. And so this is where, Aaron, you
mhm,
mentioned quote of the day from my family, from the wisdom of the 9-year-old.
mhm,
Okay. We're talking about how game two, we're up 2-0.
mhm,
And we were talking a little bit about how in game one, the Mariners got ahead first, and then Tigers came back, tied it at 2, and then went to extras, lost the game. And so she's sitting there with me and my daughter, and she is there when the Tigers tie the game at 2.
mhm,
And I'm, you know, breathing in a bag here, trying to
mhm.
keep it under control. And she says, Daddy, just because it looks the same doesn't mean it is the same. The Mariners are going to win.
Did she say that Mariners are going to win?
Yeah, she's been saying it the whole game.
Wow. Okay. I mean, that's
And I was like, how about that? 9 years old,
mhm,
dumping a little wisdom.
having faith in your team,
Yeah.
because I was not feeling the faith. I wasn't feeling the faith to start going into the game. Tarek Skubal is a beast. Um, I was not feeling it. But that is some wisdom, because you think about the thing I was thinking about is you can have similar situations that come up in life, for example, or in
Hmm.
baseball, and when they happen, you have opportunity to learn. So we had kind of an interesting thing, game one, game two, for fifth inning, 2 outs. Kerry Carpenter comes up, mashes righties, does not mash lefties. Game one, George Kirby sequencing was too much fastballs. He gets blown up for a home run. I think without that home run, I think Mariners win that game.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then I mean, literally the exact same situation. 2 outs, fifth inning. Carpenter comes up and they go to Gabe Spire in that spot. Dan Wilson making the adjustment there. I think it was huge. It was massive. There's no way to know what would have happened, but that was absolutely the call that should have been made. So you talk about something that looks the same, but it's not the same. And some of that has to do with how you're going to respond to what it
Mm-hmm.
looks like. So, did you have anything else, any other takeaways from what she said and kind of that conversation?
Well, along the same lines, it's 2-2 late in the game.
Mm-hmm.
And, I'm thinking extra
World
innings,
Carlos Vargas.
yeah, the bullpen is,
Yeah.
they're running thin
Mm-hmm.
already after game one.
Yeah, because you're in a spot there where you've used all of your big guys, and they
Mhm.
haven't.
Yeah.
Scooble goes 7. You use 2 guys basically. I
Yeah.
mean, you're if that goes extras, you're in a tough spot.
Yeah.
So
And the Mariners this time, Finnegan
yeah,
was tough on the Mariners yesterday, but he comes back.
he left a couple of splitters.
Put some
Like
hits together.
I mean, he wasn't as sharp with the splitter. I
Yeah.
mean, to Randy, it would look like, oh boy, here we go again.
Yeah.
But he left to Cal and then to Julio. He left. He wasn't as sharp, and he didn't get those down. And
Yeah.
I mean, they took advantage. I mean, how many times do you feel like, you've had pitches to hit and you don't hit them, throughout the year, not just in this series, but anyway.
Hmm.
So one thing this was an interesting thing, relating to kind of life. And it's a little getting in the weeds here, a little bit of baseball, but I think this could be a fun conversation. I texted you. I don't know if you heard AJ Pierzynski at the beginning, if you were watching the whole
Hmm.
broadcast.
Yeah.
So, AJ Pierzynski played in Major League Baseball. I did not. So I got to be a little careful with my kind of criticism. Um, uh, so Tarek Skubal's pitching. He's very good. He dots the corners. His command is just incredible. And and AJ comes out and he says, I think the Mariners hitters, I think they need to be aggressive. And they can't let them, can't just like go down 0-2. And I'm thinking like, okay, generally, if you're getting pitches to hit, like you gotta hit. But if he's pitch one, dotting 99 on the upper inside corner, you cannot hit that pitch. You can't do anything with that pitch. So in that first inning, Jorge Polanco popped up on that exact pitch. And I'm like, again, I'm not a professional hitter. My major league hitter hitting 97 miles an hour is just straight ridiculously hard. So I'm not going to sit here and fault these guys or say that AJ was way out in left field. But what Tarek School wants you to do is to swing at that pitch on his first pitch so that he throws 8 pitches in the inning and can go 8 and 9 innings. And the way that you get to Tarek Skubal is you make him throw pitches and you make him do what he did to Jorge Polanco and he hits 2 home runs. That's how you get to him. And so I started thinking about that in the context of life of like, and thinking about, we played obviously not the same level. not even close, but um, aggressive versus patient, and what's the balance? So I'm curious your take on all of that. Did you agree more with AJ, on that comment? Um, but and then I do think this sort of like aggressive versus patient, it is a real life thing too. And you just had a job change in the last 6 months. So anyway, I'm curious your thoughts on that from the baseball perspective first.
Yeah, you know, I would I think about this similar if I again, okay, we're gonna start again by saying I've never played pro baseball.
Yeah.
AJ Pierzynski, not only a professional baseball player, a professional catcher
Mhm.
with like, I don't know, 15-ish years experience.
Yeah, good player. Good player.
And um and so when I think about this,
Mhm.
not only from baseball, and I think this is kind of I um where I can get there with AJ. But I also think about this in terms of life too. And that is those decisions that you make about aggressive patience, all of that isn't about just what's happening in that moment. So, like whether you swing at a particular pitch in a particular at bat
Mhm.
on the first pitch or the third pitch or the eighth pitch or whatever,
Mhm.
um, to me happens in a broader context of strategy.
Mhm.
And so when I hear AJ Pierzynski talking about aggressive versus patient, like be aggressive, get out there, I think he's thinking about strategy
Mhm.
broadly. What is a strategy? What is the strategy um, for putting yourself in position to be successful against a certain type of pitcher? And I
Mhm.
don't think that he is saying you should go up there trying to swing at every first pitch.
Mhm.
I think he's going up there saying, here are the keys to beating Tarek Skubal. You gotta hit this type of pitch
Mhm.
and not and they talked about this a little bit later on in the game where Tarek Skubal went away from his changeup a bit
Mhm.
and part of that was because the Mariners weren't swinging at the changeup. So clearly there's a part of strategy there
Mhm.
where it's like, yeah, they didn't score 8 runs against him, but they put themselves in a position to win by having a certain strategy, of certain types of pitches that they were going to try to take advantage of. And
Mhm.
because Tarek Skubal is unbelievable, it's hard to do that. And so you get,
Mhm.
you know, lucky with 2 home runs from Jorge Polanco.
Mhm.
But I think this is the same thing in life also. You have a life philosophy, you have a strategy, you have an approach to the type of life that you want to have based on values and based on your family and your family situation now and in the future. And you make decisions about, am I going to be aggressive about this opportunity right now?
Mhm.
Or am I going to be patient? Am I going to seek out an opportunity and go for
Mhm.
it? Or am I going to wait and see what happens? All of that happens in the context of things that are going on outside of that moment that both lead to that moment and you're
Mhm.
considering what's the impact of this when I take action right now.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's really interesting because I know like For me, there have been times where like we've got in like this summer we ended up having some extra expenses that we weren't expecting, and we're fine financially, but it felt like, man, we spent all this time saving up and we had to use it all, and that's what it's there for. But at the same time, it's like, well, we wanted to use that like to go on vacation, not like have
Hmm.
to replace a car that stopped working. Um, and so I was like, man, we gotta figure out how to make more money. And so I'm like looking for a little side job I can do or something like that. And I got kind of aggressive on looking for that and looking for, and there just wasn't anything that made a whole lot of sense, like for our family and that kind of thing. And and so it's just kind of interesting where like um like you said, context matters, but it's like sometimes I think we can there's a balance between like I think it does matter like getting clear on what do you want to do, what direction you want to go, and sometimes that takes some time to sort of work itself out, especially if you're younger in your career and that kind of thing. But knowing what to be aggressive on is helpful, is matters, and and you're hoping you hit this. So like the going back to the game, Tarek Skubal, those had to be like really kind of the only pitches that he were poor pitches. He threw into Mitch Garver did not swing at, which it's like, yeah, if you're gonna be aggressive, like that's the one. But right down the middle, and credit to Jorge Polanco, how many times, I mean, just because it's right down the middle doesn't mean it gets hit for a home run, especially with these guys with their stuff. Could be a
Hmm.
pop up, ground out, could have been a single, could have been a
Yeah.
double. And he was able to square him up and hit him out, which is huge. So um yeah, there's something in life too of like figuring out what's sort of like appropriately aggressive, and I think that's what you're talking about. And I think you make a really good point about like what AJ's talking about as well. It's not just don't let him get swing so you're not in 0-2. Well, you know yeah, it isn't just that simple, but like um anyway. So I that was kind of the thought that I was having, is that there's you a baseball team is going to be aggressive, but they're looking for, it's not aggressive doesn't mean swing at every single pitch.
Hmm. Yeah, and I think Jorge Polanco himself was and is in a bit of a unique situation when it comes to Tarek Skubal because of how long he played in the AL Central.
So I
With
saw him a bit more.
saw him a bit more with the Twins, and then faced him a couple times this year, and I imagine that the fact that the Mariners beat Tarek Skubal twice during the regular season plays into a level of confidence that they can execute their plan.
Yeah.
And so then, I think that, not I think, I know, because players talk about the mental side of the game and how much that plays into it. When you go into a game facing someone like Tarek Skubal, and maybe you don't have as much experience against him, or you've been dominated by that pitcher in the past, it can get in your head a little bit, and you can
Hmm.
easily get thrown off of your game plan. But
Hmm.
you know, it it didn't appear, even from the first batter of the game when Randy Rosarena gets a base hit, you get this sense early on that the Mariners feel like um,
Hmm.
they can, there's no reason why they can't beat him again.
Right. Yeah, and I think that was even throughout the game, even though I could look at it and say like, oh, that was kind of a crummy, why didn't you swing at that one or whatever. Look, it's hard to hit. Even
Yeah.
these guys who do it all the time, it's just you're like, man, when you whatever. Like, look, it's difficult. Um, you know, but yeah, so it's outside of like I didn't feel like Naylor took particularly great at bats. I feel like he was kind of, if it was close, I'm swinging type of a thing.
That's gotta
Um,
be tough as a left-handed batter.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, in that type of, and again, here we are, not professional players talking about this. I mean, if I'm Josh Naylor, what I'm probably doing is I'm looking away and I'm trying to shoot it to left field, like,
Hmm.
and just flick it out there and try to get a single. Like that, honestly, is probably
Yeah.
what I'm doing. But yeah, well, again, easier said than done. So, to do that. So, um, it's but then again, like you think about that JP Crawford bunt, um,
Hmm.
just a surprise play, but so intelligent. I don't think it led to any, no, it didn't lead to anything in terms of a run or anything like that. But like he's being aggressive in getting on base. And
Hmm.
it's sort of like being aggressive in your role, where you're running, what you're doing to try to help your family, your work, your team, whatever your team looks like in a given circumstance, of saying, is there something, even this small, what feels like a small thing, that can help us be better today or tomorrow.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, because you never, sometimes it's part of the plan. You do a thing that's part of the plan as you've laid it out, and it's like, oh,
mhm.
this is likely going to turn out well. But sometimes you do a thing not knowing exactly how it's going to turn out, but knowing that if I do this thing, it might lead to an opportunity
Yeah.
that wasn't there before.
Mhm.
And in a game like that, you put a bunt down, puts a little extra pressure on the defense. It's another batter that
Mhm.
Skubal has to face. It's more pitches.
Mhm.
And so you just don't know.
Yeah, and again, in that situation with Scooble, like the odds of you like really getting to him and putting up 5, 6 runs is just, it's not likely at all. The
Hmm.
fact that you got two was huge. So you want your pitching to stay in the game. The way to get yourself into a good position against that type of competition is to use pitches, so that at the end of 7 innings, he's at 97 pitches instead of 87 pitches. Because if
Hmm.
he's at 87 pitches at the end of the seventh, he's coming back out for the eighth.
Yeah.
And who's to say you're gonna, do you score those runs? You don't know, but it's a different situation. So it's kind of, you think about, like, in the job that you're in, or you're trying to be successful for your team, is doing intelligent, taking appropriate risk, um, being appropriately aggressive, being patient at appropriate times, and um, and executing the best you can. You don't know where that's going to put you in.
Hmm.
Even who's to say that, like, something that happened 2 years ago didn't open a door for, whatever. You don't always know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, um, well, bro, I think I got a couple baseball cards.
You got some cards.
Well, I do. I got this like jumbo pack. I've been sitting on a jumbo pack for
Oh,
a
what do we got?
while. So
Donruss. What year are
Donruss,
we?
I think it's 91. 91 Donruss. So
91. Oh, I got a little
oh
91
yeah,
Donruss.
there you go. Yeah. So this is a little jumbo pack. I'm not gonna maybe go through, I should be going through every card here. These look like they're all the blue ones. Oh, interesting. We got some cards I've never seen before in here,
Whoa. Okay.
like styles of cards. So we'll try to get the, I mean, here we go. We got, let's see what we get here. Oh, this is tough. This is tough. I think we got to go back here.
Yeah. That's
All
good.
right. Do you know who that is?
It looks like Kevin Tapani.
Nice work, Kevin
Okay.
Tappan.
Here we go.
Bill
Uh,
Plantier.
okay. Plantier. I was gonna guess Scott Cooper. Oh, Dave Parker?
Yeah, Diamond Kings, Dave Parker.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a tough one.
Oh, I don't know.
Gerald Perry.
Gerald Perry. Got Steve Finley?
Steve
Here we
Finley.
go.
Got it.
Here
There.
we go. Templeton.
Gary
Gary
Templeton.
Yeah.
Boom. All right.
Gubaza.
Who was a nice,
Reardon.
nice,
Bill
bro. There we
Hofer.
go. Yeah.
Walt Weiss.
Walt Weiss. Okay.
Mattingly?
That's Mattingly. Got
How
that.
about that? Cal Daniels.
Yeah. Are you reading them or you
Oh,
just
I
know
knew
it?
that one.
You knew it.
That card is familiar to me. Jeff Blauser.
Yeah, Jeff.
I
See-through
can,
Blouser. Let's
yeah,
go.
I could see that one. The name.
So here's a card I've never seen before.
Okay, what do
The
we got?
style.
Whoa, what do we got
Bobby
there?
Bonilla, Grand Slammer.
Oh, you know what? I picked up a Jay Buhner Grand Slammer. I don't know if I still have it. I might have
Oh yeah,
given it away.
it's on checklist. Joe Carter, Bonilla, Cal Daniels is on the Grand Slammers.
How about it?
Canseco, Bonds, Buhner, Cecil, Matt Williams, Galarraga, Luis Polonia, and Ron Karkovice. The Grand
No way.
Slam. Luis Polonia, especially. That guy's like I mean, what he's a modern day. I mean, what would be the equivalent? That's like Leo Rivas of the Seattle Mariners.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, kind of a utility outfielder.
yeah.
Ozzy,
Aussie,
the Wizard. We got Lance Parrish.
we do.
Ooh, I don't know that one.
That's former Mariner, Dave Magadan.
Dave Magadan. Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Fred McGriff,
Yeah, the crime dog.
Hall of Famer.
Speak of the devil,
Louis Polonia.
Luis Polonia. Well, look, I mean, you can't rag on the guy too much. 87 four bombs,
Yeah.
Grand Slammers, 88 2, 89 3, 92, total 11 career home runs as of this card here.
Grand Slammer. Sid Fernandez.
Let's go.
Steinbach.
Steinbach. Let's
Okay.
go.
Lenny Harris.
You got that. Lenny
Okay.
Harris. Let's go.
Okay. Oh, Mariners Pete O'Brien.
Pete O'Brien.
The 12 gave it away.
Yeah.
Oh, Joe Hesketh.
Dana Hiker.
Okay. Dykstra?
Dykstra. Boy, we're filling in the Dodgers randos
More
here.
Dodgers. Offerman? Who's
Hubie Brooks.
Hubie Brooks.
Oh
Okay.
boy, look at the mustache on this guy. Would fit right on the Mariners roster right now.
Who's that? Keith Comstock?
Sure is.
Ooh.
Oh boy. Okay.
Hal? No, not Hal Morris. Who is that
Yeah,
guy?
yeah, that's Hal Morris.
Hal
Yep.
Morris?
Mhm.
Okay.
This guy's a Diamond King, apparently.
Diamond King. Dave Magadan?
It is. Wow. 328. Okay. All right. Okay. Stand corrected-ish.
Ooh, no clue.
Kevin Morton.
Kevin Morton.
Mhm.
Danny Jackson?
Let's go, Danny Jackson.
Brewers. Dan Plesac.
Dan, please.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, you're on this thing right now.
Okay, Chris Hoyles?
Bob Melvin.
Bob Melvin. Okay, same position.
Oh, there we go.
Tigers. I don't know who that is.
Mike Heath,
Okay. Catchers.
catcher. Yeah.
Catchers.
All right. There we go. Randy Johnson.
Oh, how about
Let's go. A
that?
little
You got
Randy.
quite the Hall of Famers in this bonus pack.
It's a nice one.
Bonds, yeah.
Bonds.
Uh, no idea.
Dave Johnson.
Dave Jones.
Uh-oh. Gonna
Is that the Gibson, Paul
Yeah,
Gibson?
yeah. Paul
Yeah.
Gibson. Nice, bro. Hey, this one cheat code
Oh, Gary Templeton again?
again. Yep. Last card.
Sosa?
Sosa. Bro, you knocked that out of the park. I mean, that was primarily off of just the picture, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't read, like, sometimes I would verify my guess based on, like, if the name, if, like, Jeff Blauser,
Yeah.
I could see that the name was short. The first
Yeah.
name was short, but I can't re actually read the name. Bio Bonilla Grand Slamajamas.
Yeah. It's wild. I mean, Mike Greenwell's on this list. What are we talking about? Grand Slammers. Oh, you know what?
Because they hit a Grand Slam?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why, which is fascinating. I thought it was just like, oh, they're Grand Slammer. He is an individual who hit it. It's like descriptive, the
Yeah.
the ER,
Mm-hmm.
like he's a boater, he's a fixer upper, he's a Grand Slammer.
Mm-hmm.
So there we go. That answered that. I mean, it's wild that that's like an insert that you put in there.
Yeah. I mean, it speaks to the struggle bus that was Donruss 91 when it came to
Yeah.
creativity, originality.
Yeah, I was thinking like score 91, scored 91, 92. They had all these, I think they were like, dude, let's make everything an insert.
Yeah.
We'll go rifleman, we'll go, you know, whatever. They had all the stuff there, then the big heads with the all stars and the whole deal.
Which I love.
Oh, I loved it too. Yeah,
The
all
like
the
the
inserts are fun.
art
Yeah,
style and all that. Yeah.
yeah, those are fun. Head down to Jackpot, pick up a jumbo pack,
Yeah.
get yourself some fat heads,
Mm-hmm.
and put together a roster for the lot.
Yeah.
It's game on. It's game on.
Game on.
All right, folks. That's going to do it for us. We will catch you next time.